Hello, my name's Graham and I'm a lay minister in the parish of Portishead. Welcome to this thought for the day. If you are watching this on Thursday the 5th of March, you've made it to day 16 of the season of Lent. I wonder how Lent affects your normal day-to-day life. What are you doing or not doing, as the case may be, to mark the season? Perhaps you ignore the idea altogether. Certainly not compulsory, and you are perfectly entitled to do just that. Our lives seem to move faster each day, in my experience. So trying to squeeze in any extra stuff may feel impossible. Sometimes the very idea of trying to shoehorn something extra into our day feels likely to be the proverbial final straw on the already overburdened camel's back. But what if that something extra was to slow down for a moment each day during Lent? Set aside a portion of time when you hit the pause button. You take a breath. You reflect on what's been going on and what lies ahead. It might just be a couple of minutes, but you'll be pleasantly surprised how refreshing that can be, particularly if you include a prayer, because God listens to all our prayers. Often, the very practice of pausing for a think break can save us from time-costly errors. More haste, less speed. What advice does the Bible have for those who struggle to slow their lives down? I've chosen three. First one is in Psalm 46, verse 10. The advice there is, "Be still and know that I am God." It's a gentle reminder that the Lord is at our side and can be trusted to answer all our calls for help and guidance. The second one is from the book of Proverbs. There's a lot of good advice for life in there. But I'm drawn to Proverbs 19, verse 2. Desire without knowledge is not good, and one who moves too hurriedly misses the way. The chess players among us will relate to this one. Time spent on possible consequences of our actions is time well spent. And then finally in Matthew's Gospel, excuse me, there's a verse that I regularly turn to. It's in chapter 11, verses 28 to 30. It says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and carrying heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." I find these particularly comforting words when I'm struggling to keep on top of things. Please remember, The Christian practice of observing Lent is not about adding more on. If anything, it's about doing less, slowing down, listening, giving ourselves time to think, time to pray, and time to listen to God's answers. There's great wisdom in thinking before acting. And it seems to me that a little more of that in our war-torn world today would not go amiss. You might think that being retired, I can easily find the time for a time out. But I seem to be on that hamster wheel of life too. And just putting together a piece like this, Thought for the Day, can seem an impassable obstacle sometimes. I've learnt to turn to prayer when I feel a bit overwhelmed. And I can assure you, it helps me. For those who work full-time, perhaps have children to care for, households to run, and all the pressures of modern day life, I wonder how they might respond to my suggestions to slow down, albeit briefly. May I suggest that you seize the moment to pause. Perhaps grab a coffee before you press on with your day. Believe it or not, you will invariably achieve more by taking a brief rest. Excuse me. If you really can't make time to pause during the days of Lent, may I offer you one or two suggestions of simple things that will give you a feel-good factor, but won't be too onerous. And first one, when you're doing the weekly shop, if you're buying, say, a tin of baked beans, buy two and put the extra one in the church collection basket for our local food bank. The next one, whatever your next task is, paying a bill, answering emails, cleaning the bathroom, whatever, offer that effort to God as a prayer. Another one, give way to another driver and smile. Or perhaps hold a door open for someone. And finally, I heard something that Pope Leo recently said. And he gave us a simple example of a kindness you can show. Say something positive about someone today. All simple acts of random kindness. Lent is a time of reflection, repentance, and taking time out with God. So what's not to like? Go well, and peace be with you.